side of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one. It's the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Landover. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
The legend of this guy just grows year by year in the Motor City. The best individual season of his career, leading these Lions to a franchise record 15 wins. Now they just got to get to the ultimate goal, the Super Bowl.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Goff to the air now. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that gives the Lions the first.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Tight end going in motion here. On first down, it's Gibbs. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Go left side, and St. Brown has it. So he's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And they're not going to give him an inch on this 2nd down play. Good job containing that run right at the line.
You call that jet sweep, you're looking for a little bit more than that. But at least it keeps him on schedule and didn't go backwards.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's fourth down. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
On fourth down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. Bates' kick is up and good. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season you won't. In that case, well, it went right through.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led by the 2nd overall pick a decade ago out of the University of Oregon, Marcus Mariota.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
Throwing is Mariota. Brought in by Burks. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it.
A gain of 17 yards.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at first down here. This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt in it for the first time. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Back to throw, Mariota. He's going to tuck it and run. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Cuts, this is Lane. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
The Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the gun, a run for Krosky-Merritt. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. He'll try and run this. And he covers up after a nice gain right near that marker. Gonna need a little bit more now on 3rd down. There he is on 3rd and short. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Here's Mariota now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. Throwing from the gun. Steps up, and he's running with it. And he hits the deck after setting him up with first and goal. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal. On the counter, Krosky Merritt. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Krosky Merritt again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Third down from the gun. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Gay with the point after. And the Commanders won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive.
Commanders 7, Lions 3.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Detroit getting its offense set for their second drive. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. First and 10. From the gun, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
That's complete to St. Brown outright. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Now gone. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's good for the Lions.
So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our third quarter. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Samuel now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here, Kronsky Merritt. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Mariota. It's caught. This is Ja'Cory Kronsky Merritt. Short pickup to their own 31. Avonte Maddox up for that tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Running back sent in motion. This is hauled in by Samuel. And he's going to have this down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's good for a Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Kronsky Merritt gets it from the gun. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. That draw is snuffed out. Didn't really have a chance, and they're going to back him up for 3rd down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
3rd and long for him here. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Now they send their back in motion right. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And look at this, 9 yards on a nice 1st down run.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the pistol. Krosky Merritt. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Aiden Hutchinson on the tackle. Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's the Commanders who hold the lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry this through the end. Needing 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Looking to throw. And the Lions are there to bring him down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
Matt Gay now in a high-pressure spot. It's 45 yards he'll try to connect from. Kicked well, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25. The Lions offense returning to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Goff. He finds Laporta. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
Lions, 1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Screen here for Gibbs. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Lions down by 7. All right, here we go. Second down. Throwing is gone. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Here he is to throw. Has it in close. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That one gains 7. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's an excellent job getting the completion.
And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Another one for Gibbs. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Gibbs. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Fifth DB out there now. Big rep for this defense on 3rd and goal. They'll run in with Montgomery. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
They're lining up for 2. This is for the lead and potentially the win.
The Lions will set up.
Here he is to throw. And it's incomplete. The defense makes a stand, and they'll keep a 1-point lead with only seconds to play. Well, we, of course, have the benefit of hindsight up here, but risking the game on a 2-point play, not looking preferable at this moment to just taking the point after in time.
This is why the coaches get paid what they get paid. If you make it, you're brilliant, you're brave, you're a risk taker. But if you fail, you're reckless and careless. I'll say this too, Kate. Now you're going to have to talk to your defense. Because what you've just told your defense is we didn't trust this game to go to overtime. We wanted to win it with our offense, and they didn't get the job done.
Down inside 30 seconds now. Their hopes resting on finding a way to get this football. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They have the ball back, but that lead now cut down to a single point, Brock. They want to run out that clock if they can, but above all else, they got to take care of that football.
This is situational football at its best. You work and prepare for these moments, and as an offense, you've got to love this situation. You don't want to play so conservative and have what you just said in the back of your mind, can't turn it over, can't make a mistake. No, you want to flip that switch and say the ball's in our hand to go finish it.
This is why it's called a victory formation. He takes a knee and the seconds tick away towards a win. So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And it still shows up as a victory for them, Brock, whether they score 50 or they have a rough day putting points on the board. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.